Let's not sugarcoat this. Beta Ray Bill is not a competitive card, but he is really fun. Welcome in, folks. For those who do not know, my name is Guest, also known as ItsGuestGaming, and I want to talk about Beta Ray Bill and first impressions because a lot of people are very, very hyped about this card. He's cool, he's fun, he's a 4/6, he will double up when you play down his Stormbreaker, he's like OG Thor. The difference is when Thor was in the beta as a 4/6, this is a whole nother card with a whole nother set of tools to work with. Now, we've got some pretty decent tools surrounding him. So what else can we put with Beta Ray Bill? What else is gonna make him want to stand out a little bit differently? Not much. Remember this, if you're trying to get the magic combination of Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and Jane Foster on your turns 3, 4, 5, you only have about just over a 15% chance on any given game to figure out if that's going to happen or not. And Magic doesn't really make it any better. All she's adding is about 7.5% chance on that. So you need to have another way to play the deck. So I decided to do something a little bit cheeky, and it was probably the most fun I had playing Beta Ray Bill. Take a look at this. This is what I call alpha negative. I wanted to take the idea of having multiple outs on what that deck can do because it is a very high roll situation, so that leads me down the path of Mr. Negative. I'll explain why. Jane Foster Negative is always a great combination, so of course you could throw in your Iron Man and your Zola and your Mystique and you have other options you can work with. But what I discovered while playing the deck is that it actually creates a great secondary pairing line, so that way if you go for your combo and then also don't pull it, it's easy to redirect with this deck halfway through the match. I really enjoyed playing lots of options to get negative to happen. So I put in Psylocke, Ravonna, and I wanted to have that extra backup plan of Magic, and it worked out pretty well for me. This deck is a lot of fun. Think of your play lines like this. If you don't get the Magic combo, which we'll refer to as your Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and Jane Foster, if you have your opening hand and your negative line, you have the Wong, Black Panther, Arnim, Zola combo, very easy to pop out. I debated about putting in Odin into this deck, but it didn't really feel necessary because there were multiple different times where I could solo a lane with Beta Ray Bill or even with Thor because I'd play Wong into Mystique and then drop that giant hammer down even onto it. Then also maybe Zola-ing that hammer to another side, even taking the Arnim Zola and sending Iron Man over into a couple of lanes. And the other thing I really liked about this deck is that it plays from behind. You don't want your Beta Ray Bill getting, Shang-Chi'd, and you don't want it getting Shadow King'd, right? And same thing for Thor, obviously, or your Black Panther. So this very much so held up against that because it allows that time for all of the other plays to play out. Then you throw your priority because everything is lower than what's out on the board also. I really enjoyed this deck, even when negative hit Beta Ray Bill, turned him into a 6/4, or turned Thor into a 4/3. It still played really well. I hope you enjoy this deck. If you like this kind of content, please, hey, hit that like, subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all on Twitch. Ooh. Well. That feels better to top deck that on 3. Jubilee, she pulls the magic. Oh, which helps me. So, could be Tribunal. Jubilee magic. Do you believe in magic?
Opponent snapped.
Oh boy. Shit. Iron Man Mystique. I mean, Iron Man Onslaught Tribunal. Called it being Tribunal.
Behold my mighty hand.
If it's Tribunal, that goes 9 in there. So 9 and 7 and 10. That's 26 times 4. 26 times 4 is 104. 104 plus 3 is 107. 107 divided by 3. It'll round up to 36. So I got to get over 36 in each lane. If that's 9... because that'll bring them to 6 to 24 to 8 to 16. This will go 9 plus 8 times 4. Yep, that'll do it.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Wakanda forever!
The mystery intrigues me.
Thank you.
Victory!
Wasn't big brain, just big math. Thank you, Eulogy. It's doomed to happen. All right, we got Wong Black Panther in our hand. With Jane. So we could end up just doing a simple Wong Black Panther Zola, depending on the pulls. Which would be pretty good in the Nexus. Still nothing major. Just really need a Zola. If that's the case. Okay, free negative. Free negative. Free negative always feels good.
Face the might of Asgard! Mjolnir!
Thank you, Tinkerer's Workshop. You felt bad for me. I mean, I basically have to... Beta Ray Jane it now at this point. What if you get him first try? Then you have to donate 25 subs. I am wishing that much bad luck on you. I'll buy a lottery ticket. That would be a fair thing to do. Jubilee, she pulls. The Grandmaster, who also then pulls a wasp. And then Jubilee disappears from that lane and reappears as a Chain Buster who's gonna get the Thor hammer. Well. Oh. Oh. So how all in do we want to go here? Pretty decent, right? So we're gonna go 1, 2. Better yet, no. Hold on. Wong, Stormbreaker, Artem Zola. Nope. Warm Stormbreaker, Zola. Yeah. Here we go. Wong into Mystique. Into Stormbreaker. Wait for it. Into Zola. Come on, hit the Stormbreaker. Hit the Stormbreaker. Come on. Do it. Come on. Oh, it would have been so good. We'll still get the 4 in the last lane, but I wanted it early.
Two more shall take its place.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, baby. Shang-Chi. Could you imagine? Like the world's worst feeling Shang-Chi.
Mjolnir, to me!
Ah! Oh man, that's great.
Victory!
Can we take that in for a second there? Like, oh! Damn! That's awesome. I don't know if he's going to be meta competitive, but he makes for some great YouTube clips. I mean, I have negative in magic, but I'm sitting on my Zola. They just pulled my Zola and snapped. Okay. You're gonna be a negative deck. I'll give you a cube. That's fine. That's a nice perk too, because now I can control this final land. Okay, and the Beta Ray build before the Jane Foster. Fine. We just have to determine how long we need Superflow to stay open. I don't think it's going to be that long. Giggity. So, if we drop negative down. There's an alarm. You hear? Can you guys hear that on the microphone? No, the background sound, like there's an alarm going on outside. I don't know if you can hear it whenever I'm talking, but yeah, it looks like it's getting cut out, but only when I talk you can probably hear it lightly in the background. They're going to put the beta here. They're going to ramp the hell out of that. So I got to compete on these two sides. Ooh, a bounce element.
Mjolnir!
Ooh. That makes it fun.
Wakanda forever!
Okay. So let's see here. And this could be a Zola here. This could be still a Zola. So if I do... Because this is going to Zola and Beta Ray Bill big, which means I would need to go really big here and mid. And forfeit Limbo.
Hail Hydra! Cut off one head, two more shall take its
Oh,
place.
I think we did it. I think we did it.
I am Iron Man.
Wakanda forever! Mjolnir, to me!
Okay, because here's the good thing, too. Even if he hit his Panther, which would have then put another 30 points versus Wong into the White Palace, we still hit it.